Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem and Yahweh Shai, by Hashem and Kodash. To everyone the apostles and the elders of great millstone who do rule and teach well. Shalom to all sister Akiyam, that's pushing his truth and own faith across the four corners of the earth. Shalom, shalom. It's Brother Tazariah come back at you with another video. It's late nighter. Just found this article on Natural News. It says, Starve for the climate. European Union partners with the Dutch government to shut down dairy, cattle, pig, and poultry farms. And we know we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. For Esau, words and dialect dealing with that climate change, with him bringing forth through that climate change, under that climate change, as this a big ass umbrella under that is what, the RFID chip, the acceleration of the NWO, the new, can't say it because I'll get flagged, but the NWO, man, through the word and the use of climate change, now they'll be able to shut down farmers which supply the food markets with food, man, with beef, poultry, things of that nature. They'll be able to shut down the farmers, man. And without the farmers, you're not gonna have any goddamn food. Well, you will have food, but it's gonna be genetically modified. I seen on Instagram. I think it was Bill Gates. It was one of them goddamn elites and devils had made ready-to-eat, genetically modified, bioengineered fish to eat, man, from a goddamn robot, which is not real food. It's not real meat, man. Hey, man, it's horrible, horrible times. And that's what we're living in, man. And you got still mass layoffs. I think Apple had, was in the news for some layoffs. So like they said in the WEF, they are accelerating this Agenda 2030. But I'm going to read some of this. It says the climate shutdowns are here. The European Union is partnering with the Dutch government to permanently shut down dairy, cattle, pig, and poultry farms across the Netherlands. Just a year ago, the Dutch government announced a plan to reduce nitrogen emissions across the country by more than 50% by 2030. On May 2nd, the European Commission approved a plan that would pay livestock farmers to shut down indefinitely in designated conservation areas if they agree to never start the same breeding activity elsewhere. So they're paying, man, they are paying these farmers. And we can't forget all the cows that goddamn it Esau done killed, man. And Esau done used the his AARP machine, the weather machine, to kill thousands and thousands of cows, man. I remember they had a little video where it was thousands of pounds of beef, man. It was just cows just lined up, man, like a goddamn road, like a blockade. And that's what Esau is doing soon and soon. Not only will you see less beef, you will see high-ass inflation. Because that's what's coming to America. Everyone is, every nation around about that was in bed with Esau is ditching this garbage-ass piece of shit-ass dollar and this garbage-ass piece of shit-ass wine. And they're relying on, their future big brothers, such as, Russia, Iran, and China, and things of that nature, man. And they're ditching this disgusting-ass dollar in this society that's bringing more high food prices and less food. Dutch, in the Netherlands, they supply a lot of food, a lot of beef, poultry, livestock to America. And once you cut off the supply, the root of the supply, which is the farmers, you won't need truckers. You won't need trains. So you're cutting off their work, their source of work. And this is all through first and foremost, Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai's design. I'm just going to read this. It says, read this and finish off this paragraph. It says the EU's environmental regulations are a threat to basic and economic freedoms, and the repercussions will impact human rights and the food supply itself. And Esau knows what he's doing, man. He knows what he's doing, and he's put it right in front of the people's faces, man. It's all a goddamn spell. Esau knows, these elites, Baker families, the Rothschilds, things of that nature, the Fords, the DuPonts, the Morgans, the Chase, all them goddamn devils, man. They're working together to bring hell, man. To them goddamn them Georgia Guidestones to reduce the population. I think to 500 million, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Don't want to read. Nah, I'm just gonna read this heading right there. It says European Green Deal bribing small farmers to shut down permanently. The EU is destroying fundamental freedoms and restricting food production, all for the greater good. The greater good of what? To bring in his society, his new world, man, his new world order. Just like in the ancient time of Rome, with this wound that was healed, deadly wound that was healed. America is coming back in that same power as ancient Rome. Let me get this precept first in Revelations 12. That's why the scriptures say, it doesn't say directly, but Esau, the so-called white man, is the devil. Because he's oppressing the people, man. On one hand, he has the politicians and his political system saying, we're trying to reduce inflation, help people, give them Social Security benefits and food and food stamps, WICs and shit like that. But on the other hand, he's goddamn telling these farmers, stop, breeding, kill off your livestock and I'll give you money. Which they go hand in hand. All that fuck ass political system, slack you for my language. But that political system, they the same thing, man. They're working together. This is Revelations 12, verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. We are the one that rejoicing, man. Who's he speaking to? The hopeful elect. Yahweh desire to be an elect number. The hopeful elect, man. Because we're in the end days. We're in the end seconds. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth. Why woe? Woe meaning destruction. Because it's finna be woe, limitations, and death out here, man. Nothing but sorrow, death by pain out here. It's not finna be a fun time. Though we be in the midst of it, we're gonna be saved out of it. Yahweh Tazah. And of the sea, for the devil, which that word devil goes into the deceiver, which the physical counterpart is what? The so-called white man himself. It's come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth he have but a short time. Satan is under the hand of Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai, controlled by Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai, man. As well as Esau, but Esau comes into the physical counterpart of Satan itself, man. Just like I said, that word, the devil, goes into Diablos, goes into the deceiver, going all the way back into the garden, man. All this man does is deceive. Well, now his time is running out, man. Now he ain't, he not really trying to deceive anymore, man. He's putting it on the forefront of what he's bringing. He's telling these farmers, cut off your livestock. I'm going to pay you. He's telling the whole, man, they come on, man. They having these, all these meetings, man, weapon, things of that nature, saying, and right in front of your faces, all these world leaders and politicians and gurus and tycoons, cones, whatever you're saying, oil and all that, saying in your face, we need to accelerate Agenda 2030. And that is code for the bringing in faster the NWO, which wants everybody Karagma down, man, MOTB down, and plan it up with the RFID radio frequency identification grain of rice. And not only that, the financial system is crashing. He's doing that himself. The food system is crashing. These lakes, rivers, oceans are polluted. Train derailment still going on. Mass layoffs. And the people, you can hear the people groaning a little bit. Even the so-called white man's, the seedlings, man. To the trailer park trashes all the way to the rich. Which at the end of the day, they ain't even rich, man, because it's money. It ain't going to mean a lot in the coming days. This is where I want to go to. Oh yeah, Lamentations. Because this is what famine going to bring. This is Lamentations 4 and 9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these do pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. And that's what's coming, man. Cannibalism. A lot of people is going to die because they're not gonna have food, man. Revelation 6, that horse, I think that's Daenerys, if I'm not mistaken. Let me get it. Yeah, I went in the camp over this the other day. Revelation 6 and verse 6, it says, and I heard in the midst, I'm going to start at verse 5, Revelation 6 and 5. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. And I heard a voice in the midst of four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley, and see that thou not hurt the oil or the wine. And what does that go into? That goes into inflation as well as famine, man. For a day's wage, I think it's, hold on, let me get it. It's going to be perfect. Because people, they're going to be working for a day's wage, man. For a little loaf of bread, bro. It's about to get real, real crucial in these times, man. This scenario. Denarius counting 10. It was 10 pennies, if I'm not mistaken. A Roman silver coin in the New Testament. It took its name from being equal to 10 asses. This asses represents a penny, man. And it says, it would seem that a denarius was the ordinary pay for a day's wage. So out here, in this modern time, a day's wage, man, is going to get you what it says, a measure of wheat, man. That's inflation as well as famine, man. The price is going to be high, as well as the abundance of the item is going to dwindle. It's going to be scarcity. So it's going to be hyperinflation with low food. And this is all set up by design, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, putting the spirit on Esau to speed this thing up, as he's saying in his news, in his meetings, man, in his councils. We're going to accelerate our program, our NWO, man. So they're gonna be food famines out here. People are gonna be literally arguing for food, man. But the men of the Lord, Yahweh Zah be one of them, as well as you Akim too. We have nothing to worry about, man. The Lord is gonna feed us, just like He feed the birds and animals, man. Aren't we more than animals? And that's what Matthew 6, paraphrasing. Let's see. We get this when second is symbolic of this new Egypt. Second is 15 and 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with the plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague of the punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. And then Egypt had a famine. Egypt had a famine in the land too. So all these things are coming back into this new Egypt, which is Babylon, America. And it's gonna get real bad out here, man. The Lord is gonna play this land of folly and disgustingness again, as he did in Egypt. And the only way you're gonna be able to get out of this is first and foremost, the elect. And what are the elect doing? Seeking the Lord while he may be found, calling upon him while he is near. Because if you don't, you will, maybe you have stocked up, like those preppers, man. They'll eat for some time, but at the end of the day, you're going to lose, man. You're going to lose in somehow, some shape or form. Because you're not in alignment with Yahweh Shemel Shai. He didn't choose you to be a part of the elect. But with that, I'm going to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai, by Shem Yahweh Kakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, teaching who well. Shalom to all the essential arguments, pushing, shooting on faith across the four corners of the earth. Shalom, shalom.